Hi, my name is Gerardo Emilio Barneche Rodriguez, and in this video, I'm gonna resume you what we saw for 5 weeks in the subject decision support analysis. So in this subject, we saw different procedures and different tools to solve problems that the Winter Park Hotel had. And with the knowledge that we acquired, we were able to fix and solve these problems. So basically, we were introduced with 3 different problems. The first one was in the hotel restaurant. That was, how can we reduce cost in the food preparation? The second problem was, which state is the best option to put the new location of the Winter Park Hotel? And the last problem was, how can we improve the service in the reception time? For the first problem, as I said, the hotel is trying to find a way to minimize the cost of some dishes, in this case, the meatballs. So it is known that in each kilo of beef there is 80% of meat and 20% of fat, while in each kilo of pork there is 68% of meat and 32% of fat. So to minimize the preparation cost for the dish, I propose to reduce the amount of pork and beef that is purchased, but following these restrictions that they were. It is necessary to maintain the fat content not exceeding the 25% in the prepared dish, and that the meat should be set as equal or more than 75%. So using the linear programming method and the established data, it is obtained the minimum cost of the preparation of the meatballs as well as the new quantities of the ingredients to be purchased. So the results were the following. The purchase of beef should be reduced by 41.67%, meaning that the new recipe will only be made with 583.3 grams of meat. And for pork, should be reduced by 58.33%, meaning that the new recipe will only made with 416.7 grams of meat. So the final cost will be $71.33 for this dish, and it's a decrease of almost 48%. So the second problem was to find the best option to expand the new location of the hotel. So Donna is thinking on expanding the hotel into another state. So to know what is a suitable site, it's required to obtain and compare information from at least 3 potential states. So for this case, we decided to choose 3 states that we thought were able to satisfy the necessary of the new location, that in this case was Mexico City and Quintana Roo. So with a linear regression analysis was performed in order to determine the relation between the dependent variable, that in this case was the tourists, and the independent variable, that in this case were the years and room occupancy. So the state of Zacatecas represented a strong positive relationship, where the R value obtained was 99.9% of the tourist variance. In the case of Mexico City, it presented a weak positive relationship, where the R value obtained was 5.8% of the tourists. So represents that every year the amount of tourists decreases by 54,655.4 people. So in the case of Quintana Roo, it represented a strong positive relationship, where the R value was 99.4 of the tourist variance. So after making this analysis for the 3 states, we conclude that the best option was Quintana Roo, because its results, as well as also having the highest level of foreigner tourists, which will of course bring benefits to the business. So for the third problem and last one, we were given with the problem to restructure the reception service. So we analyzed the 3 proposals that Donna gave us in order to tell her which option is the best. So the first proposal was the fast service method, that we can observe that there is an average of 8.1 customers in the queue and customers wait an average of 18 minutes. In the same way that customers wait an average of 20 minutes in the whole system. Approximately 90% of customers have to wait to be served. The second proposal was the single line method, that we can see that there is an average of 6.86 clients in the waiting line, and clients wait an average of 4.57 minutes in the waiting line and an average of 7.57 minutes in the system in general. So approximately 90% of customers have to wait for them to serve. And so for the third proposal, that was the ATM method, we can see that there is an average of 8.1 customers waiting in the line, and customers wait an average of 27 minutes in the waiting line, which is 30 minutes in the system in general. Approximately 90% of customers have to wait to access the ATM method. So after analyzing the three potential proposals and making the waiting line systems analysis, we found out that the option 1 has the lowest average customer in queue. However, the time they have to wait is higher than some of the other options. Option 1 also has the lowest percentage of customer waiting to be served. So my personal conclusion after seeing all these topics and procedures is that after solving all this exercise, I realized the importance of data analysis in business. I thought these methods and procedures were only applied in engineering things, and business decisions were only made by basic analysis that didn't need mathematical and linear procedures. Most of the things I saw on this subject, I never heard of them until now, and I know in the future they will be an important part of my businessman career. Thank you very much, Mister, and I hope you see you presencialmente.